What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is I would say like my propagation tray, not a leaf propagation, but these are some of the stem cuttings, or I had separated the pups. This entire line is the leaf propagation. If you remember the titubans that I had done the leaf propagation, you can see they are doing quite well. They look a little bit bigger than the last time, and I have some echeverias in this. So I am thinking of making more of these trays, because these are very easy for me. Now you can also notice some of the succulents are facing towards the right side, because they were placed in a position where the sun used to shine from this side, like on this side. So that's why you can see they are kind of moving towards the right side. You can see this one as well. This one is more prominent, it's facing towards the right side. That will probably shift this tray, otherwise they will all start looking like this. You can see this one, it's kind of crooked. So I was rotating this tray. So what I used to do is every day I used to turn this tray like this. So every day I used to turn the tray like this, so that even this portion tends to get the light, the morning sunlight. But unfortunately, because of the rains, I was not able to do it, and plus there was so much little sunlight. Now they're not stretching because there is a good amount of light, but because the sun's intensity is very good from the right side, so they're kind of facing their crown a little bit crooked. So they are facing towards the right side. You can see this one as well. So I have been doing this, moving around, but then I think it was not good enough. They need a little bit more of that constant sunlight falling right on them from above like this. So I might move it once the rains stop. Luckily guys, it's not raining today. It has been very sunny, so I'm very happy about it. So that's a good thing that it didn't rain today. So, and this also tends to work out really well. As I said, I will try to make some more arrangements like this, because it becomes very easy for me to water this. Now how I tend to water this, there is no drain hole in this tray, so I tend to add water, so they tend to get bottom watered. So rather than watering individual pots, I tend to water over here, and then that water gets absorbed by the pots. Now of course I don't put a lot of water in one go. I add a little bit of water at an interval, so probably not an inch, maybe half an inch of water I add it in this. Then I wait for around 15 to 20 minutes. If I notice that all of the topsoil is dark in color, I stop watering it. But if I see that few of the pots are not wet, or the top layer of soil is not dark, then I add in a little bit more water. Again, half an inch, not a lot, because then if there is too much of water, I'll have to take out all of the pots and then drain out that excess water. So I add a very little amount of water. Either I water it from this side or I water it from this side. There is another plant over here. I've just taken it out to show you that from where I tend to water it. So overall they're doing quite well. Colors are missing a little bit, but I'm not much worried about the colors, because not much sunlight. That's absolutely fine as long as they are growing. Colors will come in winter, so we should not be much worried about colors. All we have to do is just ensure that the succulents are healthy, they are growing well. That is more important. Stressing and colors are not that important, especially during the monsoon season, because there is hardly any sunlight. There's a lot of moisture, a lot of humidity, so colors are not going to be that strong. So there is no point in stressing the succulents. In fact, the succulents are not going to get stressed during this season. So the best season is winters, and then of course the summers. But I tend to stress my succulents only during winters, not during summers, because during summers it can be very warm. Stressing them during the summer season can be quite risky, because you might end up either dehydrating the succulent excessively, or you might even burn your succulent. So if you are a beginner, I would say don't get into the stressing process right now. Focus on the health of the succulents. Colors will come automatically, as in when you get experience you can then move on to the stressing part. But right now just focus on keeping your succulents alive. That's more important. Colors can come later on as well. So I'm very happy with this kind of a setup. It's very easy to water, very easy to manage. Everything comes in one tray, so it's very easy to move around. I can just take it out from the shelf and keep it out for them to get a good amount of sunlight. And then once it gets dark, I can just lift it up and put it back into the shelf. Again, guys, I'm not moving them from one place to another. It's in the same location. It's just that I pick it up and I keep it down, and then once it's dark, I put it back into the shelf. So there isn't a major moving from the top floor to the ground floor, or from ground floor to the terrace. It's not like that kind of moving. A very slight movement so that they can get a good amount of light. But during winters, I will keep them out in morning direct sunlight. It's just because of the monsoon season, I have to offer them light and then keep them back into the shelf. Otherwise, they will get wet. But during the winter season, this is going to be completely out in morning direct sunlight. Another very important thing, in my last video, I'd spoken about this. A lot of people might have misunderstood that. Now, when I say don't move your succulents, it does not mean that you cannot move your succulents as per the season. Of course, that is very important. You can't keep your succulents out in frost. So a lot of places where the summer is going to end and the winters are going to set in, of course, you'll have to move your succulents indoor and grow them under a grow light. When I say don't move your succulents, there are people who tend to move their succulents every single day. Meaning they have their succulents indoor, they take their succulents out on the roof during the daytime. Once it's night, they get the succulents back indoor. This is incorrect. Please don't follow this practice. You cannot keep moving your succulents every single day. That will damage your plants. Changing or moving the space of your succulents as per the season is advisable. For example, I tend to change the settings of my succulents as per the season. Now, because it's the monsoon season, a lot of succulents are tucked at the corners, but once it's winters, I'll try to move them a little bit ahead so that they can enjoy a good amount of sunlight, because during winters it does not tend to rain. And then during summers, I will kind of tuck them a little bit at the back, not completely in the corner, but a little bit back, so that they don't get sunlight during the afternoons. But during winters, I offer them sunlight until 12 noon. That's not much of an issue because the sunlight is very mild. So moving succulents as per the season is absolutely fine, but please do not move your succulents every single day. That will damage your succulent. So that's about it, guys. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep planting.